It's not your new normal to feel worn out before the day even starts. You are experiencing 2, 3, or even 4 nightly awakenings due to bladder demands. You can't just put up with this small annoyance. It indicates that there is an imbalance within. And a single walnut-sized gland is the source of that annoyance for millions of men. These nocturnal problems and those annoying toilet breaks during the day are frequently entirely related to the health of your prostate and have little to do with your age. Furthermore, I can assure you that a prescription bottle by itself rarely provides long-lasting comfort. Your plate is where it all begins. Today, I'll provide 5 potent foods that can directly reduce inflammation and promote a smaller, healthier prostate, according to clinical study and my own patient data. Isn't merely hypothetical. Compounds in one particular kind of meat can actually start to relax prostate tissue and lower that persistent pressure in a matter of days. That meat will be the subject of our next discussion. I'm Dr. Catherine Rocker, a men's health and geriatrician with board certification. One basic idea is the foundation of my entire ideology. We don't only treat the symptoms, we treat the underlying problem. We identify the cause of the inflammation and take precise action to address it. The scene is too familiar to you. In the hopes of getting a good night's sleep, you finally settle into bed. However, sleep is short-lived. You can't sleep because of the constant pressure that builds up in your pelvis, which makes you get out of bed and go into the chilly bathroom. An hour after you go back to sleep, the cycle repeats again. Your energy for the next day is sapped by this interrupted sleep. Life seems to be passing you by as the weariness mounts. However, the effects are more profound. Your confidence may be undermined by the persistent pressure and urgency in your pelvis, which may make you reluctant to travel, go out with friends, or engage in intimate activities with your spouse. One of my patients, Rodney, was a lively man in his early 70s who enjoyed dancing with his spouse. "Doc, I make excuses to leave early now," he said as he sat in my office. "I'm constantly looking for the closest bathroom. It's embarrassing and, to be honest, exhausting. I no longer feel like myself." Dennis was going through what many men go through. The tube that drains your bladder, the urethra, is immediately compressed when the prostate gland swells. The weak, hesitant pee stream, the sensation that your bladder is never quite empty, and the continual urgent urge to urinate are all caused by this pressure. Additionally, this inflammation prevents the entire pelvic area from receiving adequate blood flow. Particularly a diet deficient in certain targeted nutrients, are frequently the source of chronic inflammation. However, the truth is that with the correct dietary assistance, your prostate can react astonishingly well. Strong substances found in several meals, including some meats, can help lower swelling, increase circulation, and restore the gland's normal function. And that is precisely what we are going to investigate at this moment. Okay, I want to take a moment to explain why something as basic as the food on your plate can have such a profound influence on a gland like the prostate before we get to the individual meats themselves. Realizing this link transforms food advice into an effective tactic you can trust. Consider your prostate to be a little gland the size of a walnut. It encircles the urethra, the tube that removes urine from your body, and rests directly beneath your bladder. Its primary function is to generate sperm protective fluid. Now, everything runs properly when this gland is healthy and at its typical size. Urine flows freely and fully, and the urethra has enough space. When the prostate starts to swell, the issue begins. We refer to this enlargement as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. Cellular proliferation and, above all, chronic inflammation lead to the gland's gradual enlargement. One easy way to visualize this is to suppose you trip over a lawn hose. Only a trickle of water passes through despite the water pressure building up beneath your foot. An enlarged prostate does precisely that. A feeble stream results from the urethra being squeezed. The sensation of not being able to completely empty your bladder, and the ongoing pressure that keeps you going to the restroom throughout the night. Inflammation is the primary cause of this entire process. Often, free radicals, tiny, harmful molecules, are what cause this inflammation. Free radicals can come from sources, such as processed foods, long-term stress, contaminants in the environment, and even the normal metabolic functions of bodies. Damage simply accumulates if your diet is deficient in antioxidants, which are the substances that counteract these free radicals. Resembles a tiny fire that is beginning inside the gland. As they age, many men also suffer from decreased blood flow to the area, which exacerbates the situation. This exacerbates the inflammation by depriving the prostate cells of oxygen and essential nutrients that they require to remain healthy and mend themselves. Additionally, there is a hormonal component. Changes in the ratio of testosterone to estrogen can promote the growth of prostate cells in many men. Although aging cannot be stopped, we can definitely affect how our bodies adapt to these changes by changing the way we live. The appropriate types of meat enter the scene here. Eating any meat is not the point here. It all comes down to selecting particular meats that are nutrient-dense and specifically designed to address these issues. These potent foods accomplish 3 important goals. First, they directly put out the inflammatory fire inside the prostate cells since they are packed with certain antioxidants and anti-inflammatory substances. Second, they therapeutic nutrients. Thirdly, they inadvertently relax the impulses that instruct the prostate to expand by providing essential minerals that support a healthy hormonal balance. It can be compared to sending in a team of experts to fix the problem. The firefighters extinguishing the fires are the antioxidants. The delivery vehicles that bring in new supplies and remove rubbish are the circulation-improving nutrients. By regularly including these meats in your diet, you can actually internal environment. You may feel a stronger flow and less pressure on the urethra as a result of the enlargement. And lastly, those restful, sleepless nights you've been lacking. It's time to move on from the issue to useful, effective solutions that you can put to use right now. Now let's discuss meat number 5. Tuna is a powerful anti-inflammatory food. This everyday canned mainstay is much more than just a quick meal. Omega-3 fatty acids and selenium, 2 essential nutrients, are found in abundance in tuna. For prostate inflammation, the selenium in tuna serves as a special fire extinguisher. It's an essential part of the antioxidant enzymes your body utilizes to combat the damage caused by free radicals that causes the prostate to expand. It assists in putting out the inflammatory fire right at its origin. Your urethra will experience less physical pressure as the inflammation subsides. Remember that garden hose? The nutrients in tuna help to gradually remove that foot from the hose. Beyond battling inflammation, you make more space for urine to flow easily as the prostate gland settles and the swelling goes down. Because they support cardiovascular health and encourage blood flow throughout your body, especially to the pelvic region, omega-3 fatty acids, which are found in tuna, perform a critical secondary role. Prostate cells receive more oxygen and essential nutrients from this enhanced circulation, which supports their general health and repair. I advise aiming for 2 to 3 portions of canned or fresh tuna per day to reap these benefits. Week. The palm of your hand is around the size of 1 serving. It's quite simple to add. Serve it with whole grain crackers in a traditional sandwich or mixed into a salad. The simplicity of tuna is its force. It is a very simple first step, requiring very little preparation, and is easy on the stomach. The next meat on our list takes 1 step further by directly supporting the structure and muscular tone of the prostate itself, even if tuna is great at smothering the flames of inflammation. Lamb loin, the zinc powerhouse, is the 4th meat. Zinc, a mineral that is vital to prostate function, is abundant in this specific cut of steak, making it extremely helpful for men's health. L-carnitine, a healthy substance, is also present. The highest concentration of zinc in the body is found in the prostate, and this mineral is essential for preserving hormonal equilibrium. It aids in controlling the enzyme activity that may result in the buildup of DHT, a hormone derivative that is the main cause of the growth and enlargement of prostate cells. By providing your body with this vital mineral directly, lamb loin helps to keep the hormone milieu inside your prostate gland in a healthier state. Additionally, lamb's L-carnitine is a champion for cellular energy. It helps the smooth muscle tissue and the small blood arteries that encircle the prostate stay healthy and function properly. Because of the increased circulation, the prostate cells may receive more oxygen and nutrients, which promotes healing and lowers inflammation while also improving the removal of waste products from metabolism. Better circulation, a hormonally balanced gland, less urgency at night, a stronger urine stream, and enhanced pelvic floor function are all results of this direct support. Improved blood flow promotes better erectile function, which is strongly related to vascular health, and improves function not just in the bedroom but also in the bathroom. A practical serving is around the size of a deck of cards, weighs 3 to 4 ounces, and is consumed twice a week. Selecting lean loin pieces and cooking them by grilling, roasting, or broiling is the best way to prevent adding too many bad fats. As with other natural tactics, the advantages of using lamb loin increase gradually. The key is consistency. Including it in your diet on a daily basis is an investment in several systems. By giving you heme iron and B vitamins, it helps your heart, your prostate, and even your brain. This is meat number 3, and it's a real powerhouse. The omega-3 champion is mackerel. For many years, this fish has been essential to the health of coastal societies throughout, valued for its vigor and strength. A mackerel fillet appears to be a rich, greasy fish, and its deep health advantages are stored right there in that oil. Its extraordinarily high concentration of long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, is what really works its magic. These aren't your typical fats. Your body uses these strong active ingredients to fight inflammation head-on. These potent omega-3s function by enhancing the flexibility and health of all of your body's cell membranes, including those in your prostate. They are transformed into compounds known as resolins, which effectively reduce inflammatory processes and combat the cellular damage that subtly encourages prostate growth and enlargement. Mackerel helps relieve pressure on the bladder and urethra by lowering this systemic inflammation, which improves urine flow and lessens cravings. This anti-inflammatory action has another important benefit for men. By soothing the body, chronic inflammation can interfere with hormone processes. Mackerel promotes a more balanced hormonal milieu, which is essential for male vitality in general, including mood, energy, and intimate function. Including a 4-ounce portion of this hand-sized fatty fish in your meals 2 or 3 times a week is the easiest method to reap this benefit. It can be grilled, baked, or even added to salads in the form of canned mackerel. Economical and practical choice. Maxwell, a 68-year-old patient of mine, was irritated by his frequent restroom breaks. About 6 weeks later, he began eating mackerel only twice a week. He smiled as he returned for a follow-up. He informed me that his energy had significantly increased, his joints felt better, the persistent pressure in his pelvis had subsided, and the urgency at night had lessened. An excellent illustration of how this operates is his story. Mackerel has 3 therapeutic benefits: strong male health, good circulation, a balanced inflammatory response, and hormonal balance are all supported by it. It also combats inflammation at its root and provides tissues with healthy fats. This method's simplicity is its greatest asset. This adjustment isn't significant or intricate. It all comes down to making wise decisions consistently. Over time, adding mackerel is a beneficial, sustainable, and moderate habit. Moving up to number 2, rabbit meat is a genuinely remarkable option. Consider it the leanest source of protein found in nature. A meal of delicate, well-prepared rabbit has a certain satisfaction. It's filling and substantial without making you feel weighed down. Beyond its subtle taste, rabbit meat's remarkable nutrient density makes it a hidden weapon for your prostate and general health. Highly accessible minerals, including potassium, phosphorus, and selenium, are remarkably abundant in it. Additionally, it offers an abundance of B vitamins in a very lean and easily digestible protein. As a potent antioxidant, selenium works directly to combat inflammation and oxidative stress in prostate tissue, shielding its cells from long-term harm, and reducing the swelling that gives rise to so many symptoms. The B vitamins, especially niacin and B12, are essential for preserving normal nerve function and sustaining steady energy levels. which can help combat the weariness brought on by irregular sleep patterns. About 100 grams is a reasonable portion to consume 2 or 3 times each week. For a nutrient-dense, filling supper, rabbit can be used in soups and casseroles, roasted with herbs, or slow-cooked for tenderness. Its anti-inflammatory properties can be further enhanced by combining it with vegetables high in antioxidants, such as broccoli or spinach. A 72-year-old retired teacher who was one of my patients started eating rabbit meat twice a week for dinner. He said to me, "I feel lighter, after only a month. I'm sleeping soundly and don't have to go to the restroom as frequently." Although he didn't see noticeable changes right away, the gradual progress provided him greater self-assurance in his ability to naturally manage his symptoms. The tenderness of rabbit meat is an advantage. It's a well-known kind of beef that is very efficient and gentle on the stomach. Although rabbit meat is lean, tender, and healing, our last meat is a real heavyweight and is arguably the most well-known, yet sometimes disregarded in this discussion. Additionally, it provides a degree of restoration and protection that no man who is worried about his prostate should overlook. Chicken is the most readily available meat and the most accessible prostate champion. When it comes to offering focused support for an enlarged prostate, a basic chicken breast or thigh may appear too commonplace to be a potent medication. The real power of chicken is found in its abundance of zinc and a particular highly absorbable form of iron, notably in darker parts like the thigh or the extraordinarily nutrient-dense liver. These nutrients are not insignificant. They are essential components that your body utilizes to support vital enzymatic functions that maintain the health of prostate cells and preserve hormonal balance. You may easily turn a basic grilled chicken thigh, a lightly sautéed liver piece with onions, or a roasted chicken breast into a prostate-boosting meal. Serve it with a side of leafy vegetables or drizzle with olive oil to intensify this impact. The absorption of chicken's fat-soluble elements is further enhanced when it is combined with vegetables and healthy fats, producing one of the most powerful and natural mixtures for the general health of men. Several times a week, I suggest adding a portion of chicken, especially the darker meat or liver. A portion of 4 ounces is ideal. Slow cooking, baking, or grilling are all great choices. I recall a 72-year-old patient named Leo who was experiencing extreme exhaustion and a very weak stream. I advised him to concentrate on adding chicken thighs and a tiny portion of liver to his weekly diet. He returned for a follow-up after around 5 weeks had passed. He told me that the ongoing sense of pressure had greatly subsided and that he appeared happier. He was more frequently sleeping through the night. His vitality for his daily walks had returned in a way he hadn't experienced in years, he added with a smile. Chicken uses a number of potent systems to function. Its zinc content is essential for regulating the hormonal milieu surrounding the prostate, which aids in lowering edema and cellular proliferation. While the high-quality protein supplies the building blocks for muscle upkeep and tissue repair, the iron helps maintain appropriate oxygen levels in your blood, which enhances circulation and energy levels overall. This combination can assist in increasing pelvic blood flow, lessening prostate enlargement, and enhancing urinary vitality and performance. Chicken's amazing accessibility is its biggest benefit. It is widely accessible, reasonably priced, and highly adaptable. However, a lot of guys ignore its potential and choose pricey supplements instead. You are steadily investing in the health of your prostate when you include chicken in your diet on a regular basis. This is not an easy solution. It is a long-term approach. When consumed on a regular basis, it can enhance circulation, assist your body's natural ability to regulate prostate health, and help maintain a better hormonal balance. It serves as the foundation for the complete dietary plan, a straightforward, effective, and useful instrument that genuinely deserves to be ranked as the best meat for your prostate. You have a full toolkit now that we have covered all 5 of these potent meats. We must be clear. These aren't miracle drugs, they are potent foods, and your constancy will unlock their full potential. They become a powerful force for sustaining your body when you incorporate them into your daily routine. To recap it all, keep in mind each person's unique job. The powerful omega-3s found in tuna help to quench the fires of inflammation. Your zinc powerhouse, lamb loin, is essential for preserving a balanced hormone system. Another excellent source of anti-inflammatory lipids that promotes general vitality is mackerel. Extremely lean, premium protein and minerals found in rabbit meat relieve stress and promote energy. Last but not least, chicken is your easily accessible daily champion, particularly the darker meat and liver. Abundant in nutrients that are bioavailable and shield your cells. The best part is that none of these call for a complex chef's routine or a prescription. They're reasonably priced. You can get them in your neighborhood market. And they specifically tackle the underlying reasons that we talked about: hormonal changes, oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, and impaired circulation. Your consistency is the most crucial element in this situation. It's good to add one of them sometimes, but the actual noticeable difference will start when you make it a daily habit. That ongoing pelvic pressure may start to lessen over a few weeks and months. You may have a stronger and more comprehensive urine flow. You can begin to recover the constant energy and sound sleep you've been lacking. Men in their 60s, 70s, and older have experienced this, in my experience. This is compelling evidence that your body is still strong. It has been awaiting the proper kind of assistance. Today, I would like you to look inside your kitchen. Which of these 5 potent meats is the best place to start? Perhaps it's having a chicken thigh for supper today, or including some canned tuna in your lunch salad. If you're prepared to try this, I'd love to hear from you. And start the process for your well-being. Enter yes in the remarks below. If you're hesitant, tell me what's stopping you by typing 0. I can provide better content for you thanks to your input. To ensure you don't miss our future video, please click the subscribe button and press the notification bell if you found this material useful. Additionally, if you know of a father, brother, or friend who could benefit from hearing this message, please share it with them. Keep in mind that the goal of this trip is to provide your body with the fundamental support it requires to cure itself. Your very next meal can be the beginning of your next chapter of improved health and increased vitality.